they've got the try! What a try for France!
Green was a striker, not a right winger.
Oh, Bruno! And it's 4-2. Lewandowski's got a hat-trick too, and it's in! And RB Leipzig have scored! Oh, and he has! He has as well! Oh! Did he win it? He did, crazy!
Hey, who? Not John. Not against John. Oh, it's Poppy, and it's
32-30! Oh my god! Wow! Oh, take a bow. I'm standing up.
Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live stream watch along of Arsenal women versus Chelsea women in the Women's Super League. It's the opening weekend of the new season of the Women's Super League, and what a way to start it with the North West London derby here on Let's Talk Sport. Arsenal versus Chelsea at the Emirates Stadium as well. It's a massive occasion under the sun as well here in London, and my word, I can't wait for this. Hope you lot are well at home. Do get in touch on our live chat page, and of course let us know what you think the result will be. You can also vote on our poll on our live chat page as we ask you, who do you think will win, Arsenal or Chelsea, or are you going to go for the draw, which is also an option on our poll. Let's actually have a quick look at it now. At the moment it looks as though 57% of you are favouring Arsenal at the moment, while 39% of you have gone with Chelsea, and just the 4% going for a draw. But of course we'll leave that poll on throughout the game, and then at the end, near the end of the match, we will ask for your player of the match. So the players are just lining up on the pitch. There's at least a tier, the bottom tier of the Emirates Stadium, that looks to have been sold out for Arsenal and Chelsea fans to maybe sit in and mix with each other, which I never thought I'd say, but they look pumped and ready to go. The flags are being waved with the Gunners logo on the flags, and let's go through the lineup, shall we? So for Arsenal, we got Zinsberger in goal. In defence, we got Moritz, Williamson, Betty and McCabe. Then we got Kim Little, Walty, Arabuki and Menam in midfield. And then up front, we've got that deadly Dutch player from Holland, Vivianne Miedema, alongside England's Beth Mead. So that is your starting lineup for Arsenal. Their substitutes include Williams, Patton, Catley, Goldie, their new signing from the summer and returning to Arsenal, Nikita Paris. And anyway, let's look at Chelsea's starting lineup. Of course, under the management of Emma Hayes, we've got Ann-Katrin Berger in between the sticks from Germany. Then in defence, we've got Jess Carter, Millie Bright, Eriksson and Niam Charles. Of course, this team was very close to winning the Women's Champions League last season. We got G in midfield with the Poles as well. Of course, G coming from South Korea. Then we got Cuthbert, Harder and Wrighton just in front of them. And then, of course, up front on her own is Beth England, who at the end of last season was playing on the bench a bit more. But, hopefully she'll get a lot more goals in her this season. But that is your Chelsea starting lineup with Anderson and the likes of Ingle and Fox as well on the bench. So both teams just getting ready for the coin toss, what am I saying? We've got some messages coming in. Actually, I can share you a link to the stream if I just get it. It's actually quite warm where I am. It's got really warm all of a sudden in England where I am. Let me just try and find you a link, and I'll share it on the live chat page. There we go. So I've just pinned that message for you. So if you look on the live chat page, especially for the question of Rayan asking, that is a link to watch the game online. It may have a few pop-ups and ads in here all there, but I've used this website a lot of times, so I can recommend it. So anyway, we're about getting ready for kickoff. Let's get some England atmosphere on in the background. We've got Gabby, hello Gabby, saying Chelsea have got this with a blue heart emoji. We've got Sherry Kanagara putting Arabuki, of course Arabuki joining from Aston Villa for Arsenal. Anyway, they're just kneeling on the pitch, of course, for the taking a stand against racism, and a lot of the fans applauding in the stands. And here we go then. It's Chelsea who kick it off there. They will be attacking from left to right in the first half. Arsenal from right to left. So great to see that the Emirates Stadium is being used for this women's game. I actually wanted to go to this game, but because I've just come back from Crete, I've had to quarantine for 10 days, and my quarantine doesn't end until this Friday. So sadly I couldn't go, otherwise I'd have been there. It's currently with, already straight away, Chelsea on the attack in the box, and this is a great chance to go 1-0 up, or cross the face of goal. Arsenal clear it, but it's still danger for Arsenal as the ball comes back in and it's headed away out of the penalty area. And it's with Chelsea on the left-hand side now. They'll go again, but here's G, of course. She keeps changing her coloured hair. It's blonde at the moment. And again, another cross coming in, but Arsenal deal with it. I'm not really sure what to expect from this game, because both teams, you know, have had quite a bit of time off since last season ended. And some of them have recruited, well, especially Arsenal. Arsenal have recruited pretty well, if you ask me. You know, Nikita Paris and Tobin Heath. Tobin Heath was announced this week. As a United fan, I'm gutted because she played for us last season, but it's a little bit different in women's football. I'm not saying there isn't loyalty there, but there's a lot less money, I'd imagine, than what the men's players get. And of course, whenever they get offered a good contract, they're going to take it. So currently, got Arsenal on the ball. It's with Zinsberger. Seems to be a theme today, the Berger in goal. Do get in touch, folks, on our live chat page. Let us know who you think is going to win. Let us know where you're watching the game from today. And if you haven't already, do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport on YouTube and give us a like as well. We'd really appreciate it. Going to be a throw-in for Arsenal. I'm going to check the degrees today because I'm actually really warm. It's going to be 21, 22 degrees. It is warm today. Now here come Chelsea as they try and clear it away. G boots it forward. Couldn't find Beth England at the end. Kekenti, is that? Asking where can I stream this game. There is a link on the live chat page, Kekente. It's there as a pinned message where it says stream link. Try that. Gabby saying let's hope Arsenal women are better than the men's team. I'm surprised you said that, Gabby, because you're a Chelsea fan, so I'd have thought you'd want them to maybe even be worse so that Chelsea can win today. But at the moment, Arsenal do have a free kick. And as I said, recruitment for Arsenal this summer has been a good one. After they finished third in the Super League last season, which, you know, Arsenal's history will tell you that that's not good enough when it comes to their women's group. Ooh, free kick, not the best there. It was a chipped ball in. It's now gone out to the right-hand side. They'll bring it into the box again. Instead, it goes wide to the left of the box, and it's gone out for a Chelsea goal kick. First goal kick of the game. Apologies, folks, if our stream connection might not be the best at the moment. Looks as though there might be a little bit of bad connection, but hopefully just stay with us. Technology for you. Gabby saying, I mean, I want Chelsea to win, obviously, like still. Shiro saying, actually, I enjoy the performance the first 3 games, despite losing the games. That's oh really? I take it you're an Arsenal fan then, Shiari. It's with the Arsenal defence at the moment. We've got a throw in here for Arsenal. Of course, if you're wondering what the previous results were this weekend, on the opening weekend of the Women's Super, that they made against Birmingham City women, and Man United on Friday night in the opening game of the season, winning 2-0 against Reading at home. We've got Ming Lai saying CF's a Chelsea win. Of course, only 5.5 minutes gone. It is goalless. Apologies again, folks, if the connection's been a bit here, there, everywhere. It's probably just my Wi-Fi at the moment. But again, you do have the stream link on the live chat page as well to watch this game. But it's actually 50-50. Oh, no, it's not. 50% for Arsenal win. 47% now for a Chelsea win on our live poll. So do vote on that. Only 3% have gone for a draw. Here come Chelsea. It's with G. Keeps the ball away from her opponent. And is able to play it out to Charles. It's back to G. G just keeping the ball away from Arabuki. Of course, two very well-known Asian players in women's football. Here's Harder, Harder's one of those. I think she's a great player, but I still remember her from that Women's Champions League final with all those opportunities that she had. It's going to be a goal kick for Arsenal. They let it roll out of play. Already good game to watch here, and it's only 7 minutes old. Rahab says it'll be a Chelsea win. Let us know where you're watching the game from today, folks. And I mean, I must admit that the win for Man City yesterday, they certainly left a big mark after the opening weekend. I think they could be, well, I mean, they'll no doubt be a threat again for the Women's Super League title. They were very close. They lost it on the final day of last season to Chelsea. So that's how close the title race was last season. Henry Stevenson saying, how can you look past Arsenal with that forward line? I mean, without even Tobin Heath starting or even being on the bench today, you're quite right, Henry. It's a hell of a team. But, you know, it's all about if they gel together and they can get the chemistry to work. Miedema is a proven WSL player, so I'm sure she will lead the line for them again. I mean, look what she did at the Olympics for the Netherlands. She scored 10 goals, I think. It's crazy. She just loves goals. Meanwhile, here come Arsenal. Of course, Arabuki, Miedema and Beth Mead, and then Tobin Heath at some point to play for Arsenal. It's very exciting for the Gunners. A lot more exciting for their women's team than it is for their men's team. The men's team can't even win a game at the moment. They've lost their opening 3 games in the Premier League. Worst start ever, I think it is, for the club. Samantha's watching from the USA. Hello, Samantha. Saying, come on, Blues. We got Rahab saying that he's watching from Ghana. I do apologise, Rahab, if you're a girl. I assume the name is a boy's name, but apologies if I'm wrong there. Who do you support in America, Samantha? Because, of course, in America, women's football is massive with the NWSL. That's been around a lot longer than the Women's Super League here in England. We've got a free kick here for Arsenal. On the right-hand side, it's about 30 yards out. There's 2 Arsenal players behind the ball at the moment to take the free kick. It's come in. Ooh. And the free kick came in. Berger couldn't get there, but it went past her, and luckily for her, there was no Arsenal players behind it. Actually, I say that. Williamson was just nearby. It didn't fall to her. If it had done, it would have been an open goal. Berger wearing what the Chelsea goalkeepers for the men's team are wearing, the full grey goalkeeper kit this season, which it's a weird approach. And Henry Stevenson says, don't forget Nikita Paris. Yeah, good shout. Great signing, because let's not forget, earlier this summer, I mean, I might be wrong, but I thought they signed Paris because Miedema looked as though she was going the other way, which was to go to Lyon. Didn't happen at the end, and, you know, it's great for the league that she stayed in England. Christopher Genu saying, watching from Nigeria, can't we watch it live instead of live reaction? There is a link in the live chat page, Christopher. That's a stream link, which is free, which I've used in the past. You may get some pop-ups and all that, but it does work for me. So try that. Might not work in every country that people are watching this live stream from, but it's the best I can do. Samantha says Chelsea all the way. Where are you from, Chelsea? Sorry. Where are you from, Samantha? That's what I meant. How big is women's football where you are? Of course, the USA is the home of the Women's World Cup winners. Double World Cup winners recently. Arsenal playing from the back at the moment. 11 minutes gone. It's still goalless, but it's been a good end-to-end game so far here at the Emirates. And I'm very jealous that there are fans there. I'd love to have gone, but sadly I'm quarantining. Samantha's from Boston. Are you a Boston Red Sox fan then? Hang on, here come Arsenal. They could make it 1-0. Oh, it was just a bit... It was a cross. Oh, it's offside. I thought it might be offside, but even so. There was a cross down on the ground that was from left to right. And there was no one marking the Arsenal forward. But, oh yeah, she's only just off... Wow, I don't know, she's a mile offside. But she couldn't reach the cross at the end anyway. But if she had done, it would have been a scary moment for Chelsea. But either way, it wouldn't have counted because it would have been offside. And it was Awabuki, I think, that was making the run. Awabuki signed from Aston Villa in the summer. So, you know, she's used to playing in the Women's Super League with last season's experience at least. And she won the World Cup with Japan 10 years ago on that famous night in Germany against the USA, beating them on penalties after a 2-2 draw in extra time. And BT has given away a free kick here. She's won 7 majors in 2 spells at Arsenal. Great play for Scotland as well, BT. An absolute brilliant defender to watch. And that free kick, Eriksson got the header on from the delivery, but it was straight to the hands of Zinsberger. Saladin asking, where can I watch this live? There's a link in the live chat page. If you haven't yet, do of course vote as well. We're currently at 53% for Arsenal to win this game, 44% for Chelsea, and a draw at 3%. We've got Greg Livingston saying, hi Jamie, long time no see, where have you been? I was talking to you yesterday, Greg, that tennis stream that we did for Emma Raducanu. Anyway, great goal! And who else but Vivianne Miedema has scored. She's found the bottom left corner of the net, and it's an absolute cracking goal. She goes into the box, and with the confidence and the form that she's on right now, she's found the net. It's only taken her 13 minutes of the new season, and already she's on the score sheet. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0 here at the Emirates. Fantastic start for Arsenal in this North-West London derby. So she had her opponent against her as well. No matter what, she still went for it. And I think that was when she was against, it was Carter. Carter got back and was able to go in front of her, but it didn't matter. She still scored. No problems whatsoever. What a player she has been so far. And as Henry says on our live chat page, saying what a goal. It is a fantastic goal. What a start for Arsenal. But as we were all saying, that front line could be very dangerous, and to keep Miedema for another season is incredibly crucial. So, Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. How many goals will Miedema get this season? Let us know on the live chat page. Let's do a prediction. It's already her 3rd goal in all competitions this season. I think they had the Champions League, didn't they, earlier this week? Or the week before, I can't remember. But of course, qualifications and all that are going on at the moment. If you really want to know, the goal time was specifically 13 minutes, 35 seconds. But yeah, I was mentioning the tennis to you before, Greg. Of course, we did the Emma Raducanu match last night for the US Open. It was a fantastic win for the young British tennis player, winning against Tormo by 6-love, 6-1. She absolutely thrashed her. No other way to describe it, really. Beth Mead's just been fouled by, which looked to have been Eriksson. Here come Arsenal again on the right wing. Of course, they're in the lead here against the WSL champions. Oh, they're in the box again. Oh, cross goes straight to the hands of Berger. A low ball cross at the end. But that was a big moment again because, of course, a 2-0 lead this early on would have really dented Chelsea's hopes of getting something from this game. But Arsenal looked more of the threat. Started off with Chelsea, then Arsenal scored, and all of a sudden, this is a great game to watch, though. End-to-end stuff, as expected, really. Greg says, question, what do you call if Arsenal and Chelsea play? Is it a London derby because North London is against Tottenham? So they call this the North-West London derby, Greg. So yeah, good question. It is the North-West London derby. I had to Google it yesterday just to be sure because I knew Spurs and Arsenal was the North London derby. I think it's going to be a free kick for Chelsea. Samantha already saying put on Fran Kirby. Yeah, Fran Kirby didn't even start any games, I don't think, from the Olympics playing for Team GB. So I was a bit surprised she's not starting today. I wonder if she's not fully match fit yet. But the Arsenal manager has gone crazy already. Johannes Edvall, he's very, very happy with the start. He went berserk when Miedema scored in celebration. Great recruitment so far, I think, for Arsenal. The deadline day for the WSL was early this week, so of course none of these teams can buy anyone else now. They have to stick with the squad that they've got. Carter clears the ball and there's going to be a free kick here. While the Chelsea players is injured, it looks to be Cuthbert, who's playing as a right winger, I think, today. I think it's Miedema who made the foul. Well, let's look at a WSL record. 68 appearances, 61 goals, 25 assists, and 2 golden boots with 1 title win. I mean, is she the best striker in the world? I'd like to say that. Stats-wise, will tell you why. Actually, this is a good question from Michael Caressa because I completely forgot that Lauren James has joined Chelsea, asking why is Lauren James not in the squad? And Samantha responded saying that she's injured. Of course, Lauren James joining Chelsea joins Reece James, her brother, who plays for the men's team. So, you know, I'm sure it's quite a nice moment for Lauren James to go back closer to home because I think she is originally from London. As a Man United fan, I'm gutted because I really liked Lauren James. I thought she was developing into a fantastic player. She still is, and I'm sure she'll do well at Chelsea. Currently injured though, so she's not in the squad today. It's all the way back to Zinsberger, the Arsenal keeper, under a bit of pressure, but she gets the ball out of the penalty area. Oh, a bit of short passing from Arsenal, nearly put them in trouble, but they've still got the possession. As I say that, they've lost the ball. Oh, Beth England went for a shot. Got fouled from behind, but the referee says it isn't. Says she got the ball. But even so, Chelsea have got it again. Beth England still down. Here comes G. Oh, couldn't get it. She was running into the box there. She looked dangerous, but then lost the possession. And they are going to kick the ball out of play because Beth England is still down. It looked like a foul to me. I didn't see much contact with the ball. Greg Livingstone asking, does the WSL not have the January window like the men does? Good question. I'd imagine so. Be a bit unfair if they didn't. If anyone does know, do let us know. Remember, folks, to subscribe to the channel and give us a like. We'd really appreciate it. We're aiming to get to 5,000 subscribers, so your support would really help us get there. We are doing a live watch along as well tonight at around 6:15 UK time for the US Open tennis between Dan Evans of Great Britain and Daniil Medvedev of Russia. So the battle of the Daniels, you could say, even though Medvedev's first name is spelled differently. Anyway, we've got a pause in play here because there are a couple of players being checked out. Zinsberger's now injured. Hopefully a quick check-up and she'll be fine. Emma Hayes has got some of her players around her on the sidelines just to talk tactics and what to do next, because of course her team are 1-0 down here to Arsenal. If you've just joined us, it's a goal from Vivianne Miedema that separates the two teams. A 14th minute goal from her. And it was a nicely taken finish. Henry has said that Miedema's the greatest of all time, or as we like to say in short, the GOAT. The men's team could use some of her finishing. I think I think she's just absolutely brilliant to watch. Absolute thrill. I went to see her once in a Women's Champions League game when they were playing at Boreham Woods ground, which is normally where the women's team play when it's not at the Emirates. And I'm sure she scored 4 goals. I can't remember. I lost count. She scored that many, but it just didn't surprise me because she's just one of those. She's such a brilliant player. She just loves scoring goals. She's ridiculous. She was born to score goals. Michael says, blue fan following from Kenya. Good job, bro. Oh, thanks, Michael. Really appreciate that. I might be wrong, Michael, but I'm sure you joined us for a watch along when it was the Women's Champions League final. Because I remember that name. Do tell me if I'm right or wrong, though. Greg says, Jamie, thoughts on United window? Surely Ollie has to win a trophy. The amount of money he spends, thinks it's over 4 million? 4 million? Do you mean 400? I think when you sign Ronaldo, you're expecting a bigger chance to win trophies. I mean, good luck to him. As a United fan, I really want Solskjaer to succeed. We were close last season with the Europa League, but hopefully we do it this time. Anyway, Chelsea under a bit of pressure. The game is back underway. Carter down on the ground, and so was a teammate. And they should have a free kick here. Oh, and it's a yellow card for McKeeb. So that's our first booking of the game, just 22 minutes in. And as you'd expect, McKeeb not happy with that. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. Miedema with the goal on the 14th minute to separate the two sides in this Northwest London derby. We got Noah Malakad saying it's Noah from Kenya, hashtag Chelsea FC women's fan. So Katie McKeeb gets her first booking of the season. She, of course, normally plays for Ireland at international level. We've got a throw in here for Chelsea just near the halfway line on the far side in front of the fans that are allocated there, opposite where the cameras are. It's now with Carter. Drives the ball diagonally across to the left-hand side. There's no blue player there to chase it. And Arsenal will let that roll out for a throw in near the corner flag. It's taken quickly, it's short. Ebba says, come on Chelsea. A lot of Chelsea fans on this chat. If you haven't yet, vote on that poll. And who you think's going to win? Currently Arsenal at 60%, Chelsea at 37%, and a draw at 3%. We will do a poll near the end of the game to ask for your player of the match. Oh. Chelsea clear it out for a throw-in just inside Arsenal's half. Chelsea were so close to doing everything last season, weren't they? They won the Continental Cup, or well, it's not called that anymore, I don't think, but the League Cup or something like that in women's football. Won the WSL. Still in the hunt for winning the Women's FA Cup, which resumes soon, because of course it resumes from last season. schedule there mixed a little bit because of what happened with COVID. And yeah, nearly won the Women's Champions League, but sadly they lost 4-0 against Barcelona in that final, which we did here on the channel. It was a shame for the game to end like that. But I do think with this Arsenal women's forward line, they can cause damage if they can get it right. Here they come again, Arsenal looking for that second goal to bridge the gap. Here's Miedema. She's being surrounded at the moment, as you'd expect, and she's lost the ball. It's now a G. Can Chelsea go on a quick counter here, maybe? There's 3 of them up front, but Arsenal are coming back with at least 5 or 6 players. Beth England on the right wing. Short across to the left of G, or nearly got the link-up play on the edge of the box, but Arsenal have got the ball, and maybe they'll try and go for the attack quickly. That's a good question. I mean, Sam Kerr, yeah, Sam Kerr's on the bench today, as Greg asking why is Sam Kerr not playing. Oh, there's a shot at goal, and it's straight into the hands of Berger, and that was I think that was that Manham who took the shot. One of the Arsenal players was injured. I think it might have been Miedema, I'm not sure. And then Manham took a shot from outside the box with a right foot. Revan Nuvas says Kerr not playing, Miedema playing, so they could do with Sam Kerr up front maybe. Of course, as I said, when the game kicked off, Beth England was more on the bench last season, with Sam Kerr mainly starting up front. Carter's to take the throw-in. Looks as though she's grown her hair a bit since I last watched her in the Women's Champions League. William Bryanton, hello, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine, thank you, William. Hope you are too. It's with Millie Bright. It's back in their own half for Chelsea. Of course, we didn't get to have a Community Shield game between, well, at least Chelsea and whoever wins the FA Cup, because we haven't got an FA Cup winner yet. So maybe they'll do that later on this season. Here come Arsenal. It's into the box now, just out of it. On the left-hand side with Arabuki. Arabuki up against G. What can she do here? Oh, loses. Tries to get across to Miedema. Didn't make it. Oh, shot on target. Great set. Well, straight to the hands of Berger. But that was a nice shot again by Manham. That's 2 shots on target for her in this game. Sharon asking who scored for Arsenal. It was Vivianne Miedema on the 14th minute. If it helps, folks, we've got the lineups on the side of me on the screen, and I try and add their bookings and goals minutes and all that on there, so if that helps. Chelsea looking for that equaliser then, as we're near the 30-minute mark here at the Emirates Stadium. Here they come, Chelsea, to Beth England. No, straight to the hands of Zensberger. Good cross in, had to be dealt with. Tadra Scott saying, but Sam Kerr is a better striker, so why the coach have her on the bench? Maybe she's not fully match fit. Some of these players, of course, had a bit of a longer summer in terms of football activity because of playing for their national teams in the Women's Olympic tournament, which of course is a bigger deal than when the men's have the Olympic tournament. Here come Chelsea after Arsenal lose the ball. It's just headed out of the box. G, no, she hasn't got it. William Bryan says, what do you think of Ronaldo moving to Man United? Well, as a Man United fan, I'm absolutely thrilled. I can't wait. I still can't believe he's gone. come back. We've been waiting for years for him to return and to, as we've been saying, come home. But it's now that he's come home, and I'm absolutely delighted. I can't wait to see him play. Hopefully he'll start next weekend, but we'll see. Apparently he's had to cut short his international break with Portugal because of a knock or something like that. So he might not start, but he'll probably come on from the bench next weekend against Newcastle, which is at Old Trafford. So perfect way to come back to United by playing at the Theatre of Dreams. Greg says, I feel Beth England and as I say that. Here comes G. She's done a great run into the box. Takes a shot, took a deflection. But G's been probably the most dangerous so far. But Arsenal, again, the defence look a bit rattled. They keep giving the ball away. This time they'll clear it, though, which I think might be the best move just then after the pressure that they were getting. So Greg Livingstone says, I feel England and Kerr are just the same player, good forward, both strikers. I think Sam Kerr's a bit more clinical than Beth England. I think Beth England's a good striker, but last season, even though she spent a lot of it at the end of last season on the bench coming on, felt like she didn't bring much of an impact. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh there, but that's what I saw. Tadja Scott saying Sam Kerr is a better striker because she scored more goals. Yeah, I'd say she's better than Beth England, but I think Miedema's probably the best striker in the WSL at the moment in terms of figures and stats. Zinsberger out of a box to boot the ball. Oh, that's a good header forward, that was. By McKeeb. She's got a yellow card to her name. She has to be careful for the rest of this game. Not a bad cross in. Here come Arsenal. Look at Arabuki's free. Give it. Oh, no. That's a terrible kick. She was completely free in the box and then skied it way over the bar. It was perfect for her to score on her debut. Arabuki, in my eyes, should have made it 2-0. At least get that shot on target. Completely unmarked. No one on her at all. And really, it was Beth Mead with the pass. Simple pass for her to make. And then Arabuki's right boot strikes the ball way over the crossbar. And you can tell from her face straight after that she does have a bit of regret. And I'm sure she's a bit annoyed with herself there. But, you know, they're still leading, of course. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0 in this opening weekend of the Women's Super League being played at the Emirates Stadium. A beautiful sunny afternoon in London for this North West London derby. But at the moment it's been end-to-end stuff, but it was Vivianne Miedema who's been able to score so far for her team on the 14th minute. If you haven't yet, folks, do get in touch on the live chat page. Do vote on that poll as well of who you think's going to win, Arsenal or Chelsea, or will it be a draw? And of course, if you haven't and you're new here, do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport and give us a like as well. We'd really appreciate your support to keep our watch-alongs going. We do all sorts of watch-alongs. We do MotoGP, Formula 1, tennis, football, of course, women's football. We may do some NFL when the season starts next weekend. Maybe not next weekend, but the weekend after. So, yes, all sorts of other sports we're hoping to get our hands into. T20 World Cup next month as well. We'll be trying to do a few of them, especially the England matches. So Carter with a strike there from about 30 yards out. Goes way over the crossbar. Worth a go, I guess, but 11 minutes to go till half-time. Chelsea would love to get an equaliser before the team talk with Emma Hayes. Emma Hayes has been quite busy this summer, not with Chelsea, but with a bit of punditry, it seems. In England, we have ITV, which is one of our TV stations, if you're not aware, and they showed a lot of the Euro matches, and Emma Hayes was a pundit and did a bit of commentary as well, and she was good to listen to, in all fairness to her, especially when she is, of course, a manager herself. Good insight. Oh, Arsenal all over the place, nearly giving away a corner with hardly any Chelsea players in the box, but Zinsberger avoids that and picks up the loose ball. I'll say this now about Arsenal. They may have a good front line, but their defence looks a bit rattled. They don't look very confident, maybe a bit rusty because it's the start to a new season. Samantha saying New England Patriots. Yep, of course they'll be getting ready for the new season. Tampa Bay Buccaneers hoping to defend that Super Bowl crown. They actually start off the season on Thursday night. It's a bit annoying where I'm from in England, because a lot of the matches are on late at night, so I can't watch them all. It's normally the 1 o'clock kickoffs in America that help us out. That kicks off here around 6 o'clock. Rainbow Pie says, Arsenal ladies played better than the men's. At least they've actually scored, the women's team. I don't have Arsenal men's even scored a goal yet this season in the Premier League. I know they won their League Cup game, but we're talking Premier League here. Here's our Buki. Oh, poor pass. Intercepted by Millie Bright. But if you've just joined us, Airbuki had a massive chance in front of the goal to make it 2-0. It should be 2-0 if you ask me. Grace asking, do you know where to watch the game on anything other than Sky? So if it helps, Grace, there is a link on the live chat page that you've just posted on. It's a pinned message where it says stream link. So try that. Drew Altamo says, I miss Van der Donk plus Miedema partner chemistry. What has happened to Van der Donk? 'Cause she moved, didn't she? But I don't know where she went to. Because I'm sure I saw like an Instagram post or something like that to say that she was leaving during the summer. Here come Chelsea. 8 minutes to go. Strike at goal. Oh, took an awkward deflection. It was Harder with the shot. That should be a corner, I'd imagine. It looked like it took a deflection, then it bounced just before it went past the goal. Yep, it came off Beattie, and then, Zinsberger actually got her hand to it, so it's definitely a corner. I might be wrong, but I think this might be Chelsea's first corner of the game. Good block there by Beattie, because it looked like it might have gone on target. Here comes the low ball cross. Couldn't convert it to the target. Arsenal intercept. Tried to clear it. Instead it's gone for a throw-in for Arsenal. Oh, she went to Lyon, did she? Tadra Scott has confirmed. Henry Stevenson says, looking forward to the T20 World Cup. Kiwis, in terms of New Zealand, are going to sweep it. I'm hoping England do, but we'll see. New Zealand do look very good at the moment. Test and T20 formats, they've been very good. But yes, we hope to do a few watch-alongs for them. We'd love to do Test cricket, but it's just like, we have to commit a day or so to do it. We may try and do final days of Test cricket in the future, but T20 is a lot easier for us, since it's around 3 hours, the match. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, folks. If you haven't already, please do support the channel. We'd really appreciate it. Here comes Chelsea again. It's Harder. She's starting to show some energy in her. Cross comes in from the right. Zinsberger should easily pick that up. No problem. Chelsea starting to look a bit more threatening. More crosses into the box, but so far it's been the Arsenal goalkeeper that's been able to deal with it. She probably has been saying each time she's catched it, you got to do better than that. It was Niamh Charles with the cross there. Afiz Taylor says, hat-trick for Miedema. You wouldn't put it past her. No matter who the opponents are, she's always up for a goal. Shahari says, seems my stream is 30 seconds late. Oh, here comes a cross for Chelsea. No one there for it. Tried to look for Harder. It's gone behind for a goal kick. I mean, look, if the stream's a bit delayed, it's not the end of the world. You could pause this watch long for 30 seconds though. That might help you. Maria asking, where can I watch live stream? Maria, there's a link in the live chat page. I might have to start putting it up on my screen here in the future so that it's in front of you. Greg saying, better do ICC World Cup, Jamie. Yep, T20 World Cup we plan to come next month when it's in India. It was originally supposed to be in Australia last year, but sadly it got cancelled because of COVID. 5 minutes to go. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. There is another game on later today in the Women's Super League. I think that kicks off. I think that's a half-one kickoff. I'm not sure, but yeah, there's a match on. Other match on later. Ooh. Samantha saying, just put in Kirby now. Actually, here's a good question for Samantha. How are you watching the game over there? Because do they show Women's Super League in America? Samantha says Sky Sports. Yeah, I'm watching on Sky Sports as well. Is Sky Sports a thing in America? Well, they just had a chance there, Chelsea. It was a shot on target, took a deflection. I think it was... Yeah, it was Harder, I think, that took the shot. Or was it G? No, it was G, sorry. Took a deflection. They've got a corner. Here come Chelsea then with the corner. It's a short one. They'll now bring it into the box. Arsenal head it away. Only half cleared. Here we go. Surely that's going to be 1-1. Yes, it is. And Chelsea have equalised just before half-time. And it's Cuthbert who scores with her right foot. Unmarked in the box. Came to her at the right time. And then she struck into the bottom left corner of the net. You could see it coming the moment that pass was made. She just had to place her shot. And she did. It went right past Sinsberger, and just before half-time, it's Arsenal 1, Chelsea 1. Game on in this northwest London derby. It was coming, though, in the last few minutes. Arsenal have been a bit quiet up front. Cuthbert with the equaliser. And Emma Hayes celebrating on the sidelines. Not as crazy as the Arsenal coach before, but it'll do. It's only it's actually Cuthbert's third Women's Super League goal versus Chelsea, so she loves scoring against Chelsea. So 30 seconds to go till half time. Arsenal with possession. Bearded. Oh, hang on, just as I say that, here come Arsenal again. Surely has a strike at goal. Oh, it's well wide. Past the near post at the end. It was actually Miedema, but it was with her left foot. Now, I might be wrong, but I don't think her left foot is... I mean, her right foot's her main preferred way to shoot, but... Yeah, it was coming. The ball rolled to her and she tried with her left boot, but no good. And it was well wide. Now, is there any stoppage time? Yes, 2 minutes of added time. Bearded FLVCKO says, big up for the link. Been stressing out looking for the stream. You're more than welcome. If you are wondering, folks, there is a live stream link in the live chat page. It's a pinned message. Shari saying, G is so dangerous. Absolutely. It's the way she dribbles with the ball. I used to play football on a Sunday with some of my friends at a park. And I can't remember his name now, but he came from Japan. And he was just one of those players that could just hold the ball. I don't know what it is about Asian players, but they're so good at dribbling. And their energy is incredible. They certainly work hard on a pitch. There's no doubt about that. Of course, a few of you putting in some messages showing your delight for Chelsea scoring, especially Ebba and Samantha. About 30 seconds to go till the end of half time, as it was 2 minutes of added time. That's gone out for a Chelsea goal kick, so that might be it for the first half. But it's been a great first half so far. I've really enjoyed it in this opening game of the league for both teams. Greg says, Jamie, a team to watch out in the World Cup is Afghanistan. They're not a bad team, but they will not win. They could cause a couple of upsets. They have caused upsets before in T20 World Cups, Afghanistan. I think they beat England once. Well, goal kick's taken, and as I'd expect, it is half-time here at the Emirates Stadium. And at the moment, the sun is shining on both teams because they have both got a goal each. And there's nothing separating them going into the half-time interval. Of course, Vivianne Miedema's goal on the 14th minute opened the scoring. She loves scoring goals, and she's continuing it already. Just 14 minutes into the new season, she's already got her first WSL goal of the season. And Cuthbert equalises just before half-time after a corner by striking it into the bottom left corner of the net to help the champions get themselves level here in the Northwest London derby. So it is Arsenal 1, Chelsea 1 at half-time. Get in your thoughts, folks. Let us know what you thought of the first half. Let's see if we can find some stats actually from the game so far. We've got US WNT Vids asking where can I watch. There is a link on the live chat page, folks. It's a pinned message from the channel. That's an online link to try and watch it via Sky Sports. I've used this website a lot of times before to watch streams on it. It works for me. It hopefully works for you. Samantha saying, what a good game. It has been a great game so far. Rahib saying, come on Blues. So yeah, get your messages in, folks. Let's look at our live poll at half time. So this is great. Over 365 of you voting on our poll, and we've been asking you who will win. And to vote now, 57% have gone for Arsenal, and for Chelsea it's 39%, and 5% of you going for a draw at the moment. That 5% of you are right, but we've still got another 45 minutes to go here on this opening weekend game. Let's quickly go through the results of the WSL that we've had so far this weekend. It started on Friday night at the Lee Sports Village, the home of Man United women, which was a good win for Man United. A nice performance from them. They won 2-0. Kirsty Hansen scoring first, and then in the second half it was Anna Batterley who made it 2-0 to put the 3 points to bed. And that's a good start for them. Of course, Man United lost a few players over the summer, including Tobin Heath, who will be playing for Arsenal this season. And of course, Kristen Press, for example, she's gone back to America. She's gone to Los Angeles. She's gone back there, it seems. So yeah, it's they've lost a few players. They've been able to gain a few players as well. But of course, Casey Stoney no longer with the team as the manager. Instead, I thought she moved to America, but she's a pundit today here on Sky Sports at the Emirates Stadium. So not sure what's going on there. But anyway. So yeah, that was 2-0 to Man United against Reading on Friday night. Then the first game of yesterday was Aston Villa. Of course, they just survived for another season in the Women's Super League. They just avoided going back to the Women's Championship for this season. And it was actually 2 goals in the matter of 60 seconds to help them turn around a 1-0 scoreline of Natasha Flint's goal on the 39th minute for Leicester, who they promoted from the Championship last season. So they got beaten quite cruelly maybe, but it was 2 quick goals for Villa on the 63rd and the 64th minute from Sarah Mayling and Remy Allen to help Villa get the win. And that's a big win for Villa, especially at home. They know they've got to win at least their home match to try and stay up for another season. But they've recruited a lot of players as well, I believe. So, you know, they'll be really wanting to improve from last season. If we look at the other result, I watched this game yesterday because this was in England. It was the first ever Women's Super League game to be shown on free-to-air TV, so it was a landmark game for women's football. It was at Goodison Park, but Everton lost. They got thrashed, to be honest, by Manchester City, 4-0. Vicky Luzardo, of course, she joined from Barcelona over the summer, and she scored the opening goal on the 26th minute. It was a good goal as well. Struck the inside post and into the net. Janine Becky scored as well. Of course, new player for her. Kaji Shaw scored 2 minutes later. And then, of course, the captain, the leader, Steph Houghton, scoring in the second half to make it 4-0. So, Man City already looking the business. And a good win for Tottenham Hotspur yesterday. They played late on yesterday. Kit Graham with the only goal, scoring on the 40th minute against Birmingham City. Of course, Birmingham City have been a team in the past that have had some good players, but sadly not been able to keep them because some of them have gone to the likes of Arsenal and Chelsea and Manchester City, probably because of more money, at least. We've got quite a few messages on the live chat page. We will read them in just a bit. But I'll tell you what, just for now. So those are the results at the moment from yesterday. In terms of, there is another game being on. It's on in about 35 minutes time. And they're playing at the Amex Stadium. So it's Brighton and Hove Albion versus West Ham. That's at 2 o'clock today in England as well. And that'll be the last game of the weekend. We'll go through the fixtures of next weekend later on the show. But for now, I'm just going to quickly go get a drink, folks. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes or a few minutes' time before the second half begins between Arsenal and Chelsea in this North West London derby. Welcome back to Let's Talk Sports live stream watch along of the Women's Super League between Arsenal women and Chelsea women. We're just getting ready for the second half to begin at any moment, which should be in a couple of minutes or so at the Emirates stage. If you haven't watched any of it so far or haven't joined us until now, it's currently Arsenal 1, Chelsea 1. It's been an interesting game so far. It was Vivianne Miedema that, as you'd expect, would score for us, as she always does. She opened the scoring on the 14th minute. It was just inside the box. Low-footed shot with a right boot and then into the bottom left corner of the net. Even though she had a defender in front of her, of Carter, it didn't bother her one bit. She still saw the line that she wanted to follow, and it worked, and she found the back of the net. And then, of course, Cuthbert equalising on the 44th minute just before half-time for Chelsea to just remind Arsenal that they're not going to be easy to beat today, and they are, of course, the Women's Super League champions. So, of course, that straight away would be motivation for Arsenal to try and, of course, beat the champions, and showed them why they mean business after the transfers that they made, including Nikita Paris, who's on the bench today, so she might come on at some point. But I would like to see Nikita Paris come on. It'd be good to see her play. She, of course, did play for Man City a bit before she went to Lyon. But the players are back out onto the pitch. Arsenal players just having a quick huddle, putting their hands together, and to get ready for this second half. Miedema would love to score again, I'm sure. Emma Hayes is now back out on the sidelines. Let's get some atmosphere on in the background. There we go. Chelsea team also having a quick huddle, so we're just getting ready for the second half to begin. It'll be Arsenal to kick off. Fadzwani saying, I'm from Malaysia, can I have link for streaming? Yes, you can. There's a stream link on the live chat page. It's a pinned message. And here we go then. Second half has begun. So Arsenal attacking from left to right, Chelsea from right to left. Looks to be no substitutions from either team. I'm sure we'll see some, though, later on in this second half. In terms of who there is available for Arsenal and Chelsea, let's go through them. So Arsenal have Lottie Robin Moy, Anna Patton, Stephanie Catley, Nikita Paris, as we've just mentioned, Lydia Williams, Simone Boyce Sorensen, Hermione Cole and Tia Goldie. So that's the options available for Eidevall for Arsenal. Eidevall, of course, the new coach who was recruited by Arsenal back in June. Chelsea, they've got, of course, Mozovic, one of the goalkeepers available, Anyek Nuren, Sophie Ingle, Fran Kirby, Jessie Fleming, Sam Kerr, who, no Sam Kerr at the moment, but she is available on the bench, Drew Spence, John Anderson and Georgia Fox for Emma Hayes. So they've got one extra substitute player available compared to Arsenal. I'd imagine it is 3 substitutions each in the Women's Super League this season. I can't remember if they had to have 5, if they could have 5 last season because of COVID. Here come Chelsea, cross from the left. Oh, it's hit the crossbar. She didn't find anyone with the cross. It just hit the crossbar there. And that was a scary moment for Zinsberger of Arsenal. It was Wrighton with the cross with her left boot. It was definitely not she'll say it was a shot, but I'm sure it was meant to be a cross for Beth England. A good pass from Harder to Wrighton from the middle to the left. And Zinsberger couldn't get to there, and luckily for her, it was the crossbar that denied Chelsea to take the lead for the first time here. If you haven't yet, folks, as well, subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. Give us a like as well. It's your support that helps this channel going. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers, so every Little helps, and we'd really appreciate it. It's the least you can do, and it's free. When you click subscribe, it is free. Don't worry, you don't have to pay a fee or anything. It's free to follow this channel. It's now with Chelsea on the halfway line with Harder. Harder's, as I mentioned before, she was one of those players that in that Women's Champions League final, she had a handful of chances to help Chelsea get back into that game against Barcelona. It just wasn't her day, and it wasn't Chelsea's day in that final, which I think was in Gothenburg from what I can remember, in Sweden. Here's Miedema. Tries to get it through to Beth Mead. That's a great pass to Beth Mead. She might just go all the way here. She's got two defenders to deal with. She has a shot. What a goal from Beth Mead. She's found the corner of the net. Despite the two defenders in front of her, she has struck it home. What a pass that was to Miedema. She made it very possible. It was all about persistence with that. And Arsenal retake the lead. What a goal that was. One of the goals of the weekend, if you ask me. And it's Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. What a game this has been. And what a way to start off this second half. Goal coming in on the 49th minute. Fantastic goal. Oh, it's a great strike. I mean, Berger had no chance. Left boot, top corner of the net, no problem. Yeah, great goal. 2-1 to Arsenal. And Samantha, who's a Chelsea fan. A lot of Chelsea fans on our live chat page today showing a sad face emoji. Still plenty of time for them to find another equalizer. But of course, it is always frustrating when you've just got an equalizer just before half time. Now they're going to have to try again here to get themselves back in the game. But that's a fantastic moment for Beth Mead. I think she had a few injuries last season, or a long one from what I can remember. If you really want to know, the goal time was 48:05 according to Sky Sports. Oh, hang on, here come Arsenal again. Berger's got to get there. Can she get there? Yes, she can. Just from Beth Mead. It was a race for the ball between Berger and Beth Mead, and if Berger hadn't got there, she would have been in trouble. What a ball that was from the goalkeeper of Zinsberger to try and find Beth Mead, but Chelsea have to be careful here. They don't want to be 2 goals behind. Thanks to those so far that have subscribed to the channel. Really appreciate it. We are just 6 subscribers away. 6 subscribers away from reaching 5,500. Sorry, 4,550. I don't know where I've got that. Is Beth Mead. Oh, saved by Berger. What a save. And it's gone out for a throw on the far side, but Beth Mead could have made it 3-1 there. It's a great through ball again. I think it's Miedema again who set up the second goal, and then Beth Mead's shot is saved. Big moment there again. Millie Bright completely beaten by Beth Mead as she went behind her. Oh, a shot wasn't the best. I think she tried to nutmeg the keeper, you know. It hit her leg. There's a throw in here for Arsenal. It's a long one into the box. Couldn't find Miedema. It's Millie Bright with a header out of the penalty area. Esma asking, where can I watch the game from Germany? There is a link, Esma, on the live chat page. It's a pinned message from the channel that says stream link, so try that. Few people on the live chat page are trying it. I'm using it and it's working. It's towards Sky Sports coverage of the game. Here's G. Samantha saying Berger with a crown. Absolutely. She is a great goalkeeper to watch. Oh, Chelsea trying to push it forward. Instead, they've given away a free kick. I think there was a foul there from Wrighton on Beth Mead. But of course, this would be a bizarre start to the season, seeing the champions lose their opening game, especially to their rivals of Arsenal. Meanwhile, it's with Chelsea. It's with Millie Bright. She's playing from the back. Oh, don't know what that was. Her a direct ball went straight to Zinsberg. I'm not sure who she was trying to find there. And she does look pretty frustrated with that. She knows that was wasted. Hope that link works for you, Esma, after you asked. Zolvig says, come on, Chelsea, as they're looking for an equaliser. Zinsberg already playing the time-burning game. She was waiting for the ball to slowly be picked up while Beth England was running towards her in the box. You do wonder if Chelsea might need to make a substitution. Should Sam Kerr come on? Should Fran Kirby come on? Two very good forwards to have when you need a goal. Still a lot of time left in this second half, but you know, once it gets past the hour mark and there's no equaliser, they've got to be careful because they don't want Arsenal to score second. And just as I talk about that, Paul Sennett has mentioned in the live chat page, Chelsea strike force missing. Where is Kirby and Kerr? They're on the bench. They are available. Maybe they weren't full match fit going into this game, but they are there. They have filled up the bench. Loophole's penalised there for a foul. Oh, just as we say it, they're making 3 substitutions, Chelsea, and it involves Fran Kirby and Sam Kerr. So we've got a busy moment ahead here with this substitution. Will it be made before the free kick? No, it won't. Arsenal just taking a quick free kick that's played back into their own half. Who will they come on for? I'd imagine Beth England, I'm sure, will come off. So yeah, looks as though the polls has gone off for Sophie Ingle. Charles has gone off for Kirby. And yeah, as expected, Beth England has gone off for Sam Kerr. So those substitutions have been made. Bit of head tennis going on. Now, as I said before, I don't know, but I'd imagine 3 substitutions is the limit since we're back to normal with football, but do let us know if it is more, because if that is the case, then Emma Hayes has already used them up way before the hour mark, which is a good reaction actually to Arsenal's second goal. She clearly just wants them to try and find that equaliser instead of wasting more time. Arsenal just had a cross there that Berger's been able to pick up no problem. It's just all about that next goal, really. Farid Hyder, well, his message retracted now, saying asking why women's football is poor quality. I completely disagree. I think it's great quality. You've just missed a great Beth Mead goal, by the way. That's a great example of how good Women's Super League football is. Oh, Chelsea. Oh, cross there, and Arsenal cleared it. It was cleared by Betty. Samantha, I think Samantha's delighted because she's just said that I can feel the Kirby and Kerr goal coming. Well, you've been wanting them to come on for a while. And Kerr's just got her first touch of the game and she's got a throw in. Fajo Mohammed says, go Chelsea. So we got a free kick here for Chelsea in the hunt for an equaliser, just less than 2 minutes before we reach the hour mark. Ball comes in from Wrighton. It's headed away. Still with Chelsea on the right wing. Ball comes in. It's a good cross if they can get there. And was it Kirby? No, it wasn't. It was Eriksson, I think, going for the header. I think it was Sam Kerr with the cross, actually. It went past the goalkeeper, so Zinsberger was in trouble. And after all that, it went out for a throw-in. But we all know Chelsea will fight for that equaliser. They are the champions at the end of the day. Here comes Arabuki. Arabuki, that's a good pass to Beth Mead. Beth Mead past Berger. She should score. Lovely goal. Tapped it in at the end, and that might just seal it. Arsenal 3, Chelsea 1, and Arsenal, what a start to the season if they can hold on to this. But it's Beth Mead who gets her second goal of the game. It's a brace for her, and she beats Berger to it and taps the ball in at the end. It was a great ball, and after that, she's got a cramp. She's having to lie on the ground, and her teammate will sort her out, but she should be okay. But it's the pass from Arabuki that makes it here. She just saw, she was up against Carter, and Beth Mead, unmarked. She had her opponent coming, chasing from behind, but it was too late. Oh, is she offside? Ah, she's offside. But there's no VAR in Women's Super League at the moment, so I think that goal will stand because they haven't got the technology. But if they actually did have VAR, I think Beth Mead would have been offside with her right foot. Or left foot, I think it was. Left leg, maybe. It's a good goal, but yeah, she was offside, I'm afraid. But it does count. No VAR. Thank goodness for Arsenal, but there'll be frustration for Chelsea. Arsenal 3, Chelsea 1. Apologies, folks. I've just lost connection on my match, so I'm just going to try and get it back up. Apologies, folks. My Wi-Fi is just not working all of a sudden. Sorry, folks, my mic's just been mute. I've got awful internet connection at the moment, and I can't see the game. So apparently Chelsea have scored. Yeah, it's just come on now, and it's Harder that has scored. So that came on at just the wrong time, but we're back in action, I think. So sorry about that, folks. Bit of a technical issue there, but Chelsea are back in this. They've just got a goal back, and it's Harder with the goal, scoring on the 64th minute. Let's see the goal, because I missed it. It was a tackle in the box that was won with the ball, but it looked like it came from a cross on the right-hand side. It's a good cross as well, straight to the head of, yeah, perfect. Great cross. Great header. She still had to fight for it against her opponent, but she got there. If you really want to know, the goal time was at 63 minutes 8 seconds. Anyway, back with the game. We've certainly got a game on our hands, despite Arsenal being 2 goals ahead at 3-1. Chelsea have been able to find a goal back, and there's still plenty of time. 25 minutes to go. Still got a cracking game going on here. It is Brighton. Harder. Oh, just couldn't find Kerr in the box, and BT boots it away. Chelsea still have the ball. Samantha Slocum says, yes, Harder. Andrew Bell says, oh, actually, I'm not sure what that's all about. Pengo Matthew says, come on, champs. I would like to see Nikita Paris come on. Actually, sorry, I might have missed that. Have they actually put on some substitutes? Oh, no, sorry, they have. I missed that because my stream was off for a bit. So it looks as though Nikita Paris has come on for Arabuki. And Catley has come on for McKeeb in defence. Which is actually probably a good move, because McKeeb did have a yellow card back in the first half, so maybe he's just trying to play a bit safer and try and avoid a second yellow card. Esma says it can't go any higher than this. I think there's a debate on our channel about what do you call it? About women's football quality. Women's football is getting better and better. It's just improving. I mean, I started watching it about 10 years ago. That's when I really started to follow it, because of the Women's World Cup final of 2011, when watching Japan beat USA. And it was a great game of football. Some can say, yes, it's not as fast as men's football, but who cares? You know, why do you have to compare? If you enjoy football, then watch women's football as well. It's still great to watch. It doesn't matter about the quality. It's still good to watch. So I don't understand why there are people out there who think there's a problem with it. If you don't like it, just don't watch it. You know, simple as that. But Nikita Paris is on. It looks as though she's already her welcome back to the WSL certainly has started well after picking up a knock already. But she's back running on the pitch again. Just over 20 minutes to go. Arsenal leading by a goal at the moment. Referee telling Paris that she has to do the usual rule of come onto the sidelines, then come back onto the pitch. I'm not actually sure who the referee is today, to be honest. Be sure to subscribe, folks. If you enjoy your women's football, subscribe to Let's Talk Sport, to this channel. It's free to do so. And of course, next weekend we'll be doing more women's football. We might actually try and do Man City. Excuse me. We might try and do Man City's second leg with Real Madrid in the Women's Champions League later this week. So do join us for that. Anyway, here come Arsenal again. Oh, couldn't get through to Miedema. Miedema's not actually, I don't think she's had a shot on target since she scored the goal, which was back on the 14th minute. We got Greg Livingston saying, Jamie, what stream have you got and could you do the Ryder Cup golf if possible? Yeah, we plan to do that. Plan to do a bit of Ryder Cup in a few weeks' time. Of course, this weekend as we speak, it is the Solheim Cup in the women's version. Here come Chelsea. It's on the right hand side. Oh, it had to be dealt with. Zinsberg has made the save. There's still a chance here. Oh, G had a good chance to shoot, but the referees paused the game because apparently there was a foul. I think she's saying that it was Harder's fault. Not really sure what the referees. I don't think there was any contact in the box though. I think the referee might have got that wrong. Farad says, and I hear your point about enjoying football. My point isn't to say they're not good. I'm just saying it's not as good. If people are crying about that, then okay. No, I mean I'm just saying I enjoy women's football. I don't compare it to men's. I don't see the point. You know, it's two different versions. What's the point? If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. If you don't, then you don't. But it is growing women's football. The fact that this season you've got Women's Super League now on Sky Sports. So, you know, for the first time, Sky Sports are actually investing into women's football, which is a great sign to see. And also the fact that, you know, it's being shown on BBC TV is fantastic to see as well. So it is getting there, you know, more money in the sport. It's getting there. And over 8,000 going to the Emirates today to go and watch it, which is a sellout because they didn't have allocations to the whole stadium, which I think is a shame. You should just go for it. Just try and sell the whole stadium for this game. It'll be interesting to see how the Brighton West Ham game goes because that's on. They've just kicked off now, actually. And it'll be good to see how that does in terms of fans going to... Because that's at the Amex, you know, a great chance to go to the Amex. And the tickets are really cheap. I don't know how much they are, but I've been to Women's Super League games where it cost me no more than a tenner. Which is way cheaper than a Premier League match, which can go for over 50 quid. Especially the Arsenal men's team. They're known for having their games for nearly 100 quid per game at the Emirates, which is ridiculous. Don't know if it's still that price now, but, you know, paying that much for a team that aren't even good enough. Farad asking, do you think women should be paid the same as men? Look, in an ideal world, yes, of course, it should be the same. The only problem is, though, is that how much more money comes into men's football. Let's say you run a club and you've got a men's team and a women's team. The men's team bring in more fans, bring in more money, and they sell more shirts, for example, because of their names on the back and stuff like that. The women's team also bring fans in, but they don't bring in as much money as the men's team does. And, you know, it's easier to say the men's team should get paid more because they bring in more of an income. At the end of the day, football is a business. And I can understand why the women's team don't get paid the same. But, of course, I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I'm saying that, really, ideally, they should. But maybe this is when the clubs should sacrifice a bit of the men's funds to go to the women's team so that they get paid the same. Of course, that would mean a lot more money would have to be spent on the women's teams, but it then makes it so that it's balanced. But, I mean, I'll say this now about women's football in England. I've not seen much of it in the media or anything like that to say that the women's players are angry that they don't get paid as the same as the men. You don't see that. You see it in America with the women's team obviously wanting to get paid more than or the same than the men's because they win trophies while the men's team don't win World Cups. But I think I might be wrong, but I think the women's team found out at the end that they were getting paid more than the men's. So I don't know if I'm right. That's what I was reading. So it's all a bit awkward, really. But yeah, I think they need to be paid the same. But it's down to business, and I agree with what Samantha says, which is depends on how much money they bring in. Exactly that. It's a business thing. And I understand people criticising it, and they've got nothing wrong in criticising, but you've got to look at it as a business perspective. I'm not a businessman, but that's how I assume it's done like that. Because women's football is nowhere near as big as men's football. Let's be honest, it isn't. It's getting there, it's growing, it's getting better. Still plenty of time for it to grow and get bigger, as we've seen this season with the football. But, you know, I think we've got to look at it and think that men's team bring in a lot more money. However, there is a club in London called Lewes Football Club. They've got a women's team in the league below Women's Super League. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But Chelsea here on the attack on the left wing. Harder. Oh, it couldn't connect to Sam Kerr's head, and it was a free header. She just couldn't reach, and she knows that was a great chance. With quarter of an hour to go, that was a big chance for Kerr to equalise for Chelsea and make it 3-3. Instead, it's gone out for an Arsenal goal kick. Completely unmarked, right in front of the Arsenal goal. Scary moment there for Arsenal. But, yeah, Lewes FC, they've got a women's team who are in the Championship, so in the league below the Women's Super League. So, you know, very good to see them in the second tier of women's football in England. It's a great achievement with a chance of getting into the Super League. Oh, hang on, here come Chelsea again. Here's G. Couldn't get the cross in, and it's blocked, and it's actually cleared away for a throw-in for Chelsea. But Lewes FC are known for paying the men's team and the women's team the same amount of money. It's balanced. But the men's team are in a lot lower leagues. They're in the non-leagues, basically, while the women's team are just in the second tier of women's football in England. Maybe that's how it helps them getting paid the same. Maybe the women's team should be getting paid more, but again, it comes down to tickets, foot flow, how many people come to a women's game compared to a men's game. So yeah, it's a sensitive topic, really, but that's how I see it. As I said, ideally you want them to be paid the same, but it's a business perspective, sadly. I mean, Esma says it here. The only problem is that there aren't many investors in women's soccer. This is the thing. It's getting there. You're seeing bigger sponsors, like when it comes to the Women's World Cup, like Visa, Coca-Cola. They all back it. You know, they clearly get behind it like they do with the Men's World Cup. So it's getting there. It is getting there. It's only going up. So it's getting there. It just takes time. Compared to 10 years ago, it's got a lot bigger since I've started following it. And a lot more time on TV as well. That's what's really important. Esma says that women do the same job as men. Well, I'll read that in a minute, but there has... BT's gone off for Sorensen for Arsenal. Looks like BT might have gone off injured, actually, or with a knock, so that's her done for the day. Great defender to watch. So Sorensen on. 13 minutes to go. Can Arsenal hold on? They're 3-2 up here. Arsenal cleared it away from the throw-in. Going back to what Esmo has said, saying that women do the same job as men, but they get paid less. For example, in the US National Women's Soccer League, women are paid 20 to 50 grand, but men get paid 10 times more. Yeah, it's, if you're talking, I mean, national teams, women's team, you think should get more money, but again, it's the business perspective. I don't know, but as I said before, I read once that even though they went to court with US Soccer, I think they found out the women's team get paid actually more than the men's. Again, I don't know. I read it somewhere. I don't know if that's right though. But you know, in an ideal world, as I say, the team that wins more and gets more glory and brings in more trophies should probably get paid more than the other team at the national team or club. But it just doesn't work like that. It comes down to how much money they all generate. 12 minutes to go. Arsenal with the cross, straight at the hands of Berger. Oh dear, Gabby says Arsenal have this. Haven't heard from you, Gabby, for a while. It has been a bit of a nerve-wracking game, I'm sure. 12 minutes to go, though, as they're looking for an equaliser to avoid a defeat to the start of the season. I think as well, Esma, in England, they're showing WSL on free TV, you know, free terrestrial TV, so BBC. They're showing that for the first time this season. It started yesterday with Everton Man City. So it's a great chance for kids and all that to watch it for free. I think that's really important. It's having the access to watch it. Sky Sports buying it as well just shows how serious it's getting. The problem is now everyone has Sky, so it's BBC that we rely on to help it grow even more for young kids, at least. Esma says, that's my point. If they air more women's soccer, then they will get bigger audience. Exactly. It's all about airtime. In some countries, Esma, like when Barcelona won the Women's Champions League back in May, I wanted to watch Barcelona's next game in the league. Couldn't find it anywhere. Couldn't find the link anywhere. It might have been shown in Spain locally, but I honestly couldn't find a stream or link or any channel at all to show it, which I thought was bad. You know, the new European champions, you can't even watch their next game. Here's G. She might. Oh, it's blocked. I think it was blocked by Sorensen. G had a good shot there, but it was blocked by one of the Arsenal defenders. That was a big moment. Here's G. Chelsea won't give up here. They'll keep going to the end. Oh. Of course, Arsenal were 3-1 up, so they would have lost a 2-0 lead, 2-goal lead if they let Chelsea equalise. I think this is a good point from Shieri, saying women footballers seem not really care about money as long as they enjoy football. I mean, this is the thing. I've hardly ever spoken to a women's footballer who complains about the pay. They do enjoy it. It's a privilege for some of them because it's a full-time job. Especially these players that we're watching today between Arsenal and Chelsea. Throw in for Chelsea. 9 minutes to go. There is a player injured. Not sure which Arsenal player that is, but she's on the ground at the moment being checked out, so that might pause the game for a few moments. And it looks as though Anderson has come on for Wrighton. So it looks as though they do have more than 3 substitutes to use in the Women's Super League this season. And Arsenal are making a double substitution as well, it looks like. Beth Mead has gone off after scoring 2 goals. So she's been replaced by Patton. And it's Walty that's gone off as well. So Walty going off for Ruben Moy. So just over 7 minutes to go. Can Chelsea get that equaliser? Here they come now with Harder on the left hand side. Again the cross to Kerr's not connected. And it's gone behind for an Arsenal goal kick. Harder has had a good game today. I've enjoyed watching her, feed the players in front of her. If you haven't yet, folks, do subscribe to the channel. Click that subscribe button. It's free to do so, and give us a like as well. We'd really appreciate your support. We do a lot of different sports as well. Our next watch along is tonight around 6:15 in the UK between Dan Evans and Daniel Medvedev in the US Open tennis. So do join me and Cara Davis for that. Looks as though there's a free kick here. Oh, there's a yellow card for Nikita Paris. With 5 minutes to go. So Paris with her first booking of the season in her opening game. 5 minutes to go. Chelsea looking for that equaliser. Oh, cross is blocked. It's now with G. Arsenal have been on the back foot in these last few minutes. And they might have to do that throughout the rest of this game. 4 minutes remaining. G. Trying to look for a cross. This could be a perfect opportunity. Free cross in. Surely. Oh, deflected. Ball's gone out. It's with Fran Kirby. Back with her again. Good run here. Can she keep it in? No. Well, she did. But it's straight to the hands of Zinsberger. Good pace there for Fran Kirby. Of course, she's come off from the bench, so fresh pair of legs against her opponents. Samantha says, come on, Blues. And there's another substitution for Chelsea. I think this is their 5th and final of the game. I'd imagine it's another attacker just to look for that equaliser. Well, it's Millie Bright that's gone off for Jessie Fleming. Now you'll have to tell me, folks, because Fleming, I know Fleming as in she's a good player, but I can't remember what position she plays. If I can remember, she is a midfielder or forward. Zinsberger's just had to boot the ball out for a throw-in. Tybert Martin saying, come on, you Gunners. good ball on to the right-hand side to Nikita Paris. Is she offside? I think she is. Yep, she is. Could have been a chance there to wrap up the game, but instead it'll be Chelsea who go into Arsenal's area. Do apologise, folks. I forgot to update the score line on the title. There we go. Here's G. Chips it into the box. Header there from Kerr. Straight to the keeper, though. Just shows what a threat Sam Kerr can be, though. Probably a bit too far out from the target, but it was still not a bad header. Minute and a half to go. Zinsberger will, of course, take her time with this. She boots the ball out from her hand. Lands in Chelsea's half, headed out by the captain of Ericsson. Be interesting to see how much added time the ref will give. Is Harder. Long ball into the box. Chelsea have it. Oh, just cleared away again by Arsenal. They keep getting those balls in, but they can't seem to find the right play when they need it, Chelsea. Here's Harder now on the left-hand side. Crosses the ball in. Kerr couldn't make the header again. Oh, and a striker's blocked, and it's gone out of the box. And apparently it's going to be 6 minutes of added time. Some of you are a bit ahead of me on this, on the game, I think, from what the live chat page has said. I'm just about to reach 90 minutes now. Yep, 6 minutes of added time. Anything to make it a bit more spicy. Here's Paris. Oh, she gets taken down there by Frank Kirby, and that'll be a free kick for Arsenal. Helps them waste a bit of time. Ball out to the left-hand side for Arsenal. Chelsea have intercepted, which is crucial. They need to get it out of their half and get it into the other half. Instead, it was Carter who clears it from the box. It's gone out for a throw for Arsenal just inside Chelsea's half on the far side. Peter Gombu says, "Come on, Blues." Leone says, "Go." And then Nerai says, "Come on, you Gunners." Actually, let's look at our poll. We might actually have to start. Well, we'll end the poll now. We'll ask for your player of the match. Arsenal, 57% of you went for an Arsenal win. 37%, I think, went for Chelsea. We'll just set up a poll right now for player of the match. I was meaning to do a bit earlier, folks. Completely forgot. So there you go. 36% for Chelsea and draw 6%. So let's put up a player of the match poll. Just as we say that, Arsenal might just end it here. Miedema, shot blocked. They've got another chance straight in the hands of Berger that time. It's not over yet. There's still 4 minutes left of added time here. So we're asking you now for always a corner here for Chelsea with 3 minutes to go. So we've just put up another poll, folks, on our live chat page, so do check it out. We're asking you for the player of the match, and your options are Vivianne Miedema, Beth Mead or Christine Harder. Blind, we've already got quite a few votes in already. Do vote before we end the poll at the end of the game. 3 minutes left of added time. Chelsea with the corner. It's all over the place. Oh, it's gone out of the box. It's going to be a throw-in for Chelsea. Yes, it will be. Here come Arsenal again. Miedema boots it out as far as she can. It won't reach Paris, it will reach Berger instead. Chelsea have just over 2 minutes left of added time here. This game ain't over yet. It's with Fran Kirby. She's on the opposite side this time. Oh, no, hang on, there's a chance for a shot. Oh, it's just over the bar. And it was Fran Kirby with a half-volleyed effort. And Emma Hayes walks back to the dugout, looking a little gutted from that opportunity. But this is a big win for Arsenal. It's a great statement if they get this win to beat the champions on the opening day of the opening weekend of the Women's Super League. Especially when, I would say the main challenges for the league this season will be the same as last, which is Arsenal, Chelsea and Man City. Maybe Man United are an outsider, but I think with the depth of Man United's squad and some of the players that they lost over the summer, I can't see them winning the league. I think their aim is to get Women's Champions League football at least. Less than 60 seconds to go. Arsenal are nearly there. Miedema. Oh, intercepted by Carter. She's having to play it back to Berger though. 40 seconds. Berger all on her own in her own half. She'll boot it deep into Arsenal's half. Nikita Paris with the header. Then intercepted by Kirby. Might be the last chance of the game now for Chelsea. Beattie heads it out the box. It'll be a throw for Chelsea. Less than 20 seconds to go. It's now or never for Chelsea. And that's it, full time at the Emirates Stadium, and massive screaming from the coach of Arsenal. He's absolutely thrilled. He's on his knees celebrating. And he must remember to go to Emma Hayes and give her a handshake at least. And yeah, Emma Hayes will be gutted, but that is not the start Chelsea wanted. The champions have lost on the opening weekend of the Women's Super League. It is their main rivals of North West London, of Arsenal. They have beaten Chelsea by 3-2, thanks to a brace from Beth Mead and an opening goal of the game from Vivianne Miedema in the first half. What a game. What an absolute advert that was for women's football and the Super League today. It was a very close game. It was close to the end of the game, but it was Arsenal who came out victorious. Arsenal 3, Chelsea 2. Get your thoughts in, folks, on the live chat page. We'll stay on for a few more minutes before we are lights out, before we go off air. If you haven't yet, do vote on our poll. We've put out our player of the match poll. You've got the choice between Arsenal's Miedema or Beth Mead or Christine Harder. So do vote before we end that poll. Samantha says, great game. Chelsea will come back. Graham Robb with some Arsenal colours of emojis and applauds and celebration emojis on his message there. Narav says, London is red. Arsenal FC for Life says, come on you Gunners. But it has been a fantastic win for Arsenal today as the team huddle round each other. And of course, you know, to win at the Emirates as well in front of their home crowd, it's exactly what they wanted, and they'll be hoping that those fans will come back and see them at the other ground, which is in Boreham Wood, when they play their next game next week. Adnan says, if I see Arteta or Edu sneaking around our girls, I'm going to kick him out from Mother Earth. I think the men's team could do with a few of the women's team in their squad, because they'd certainly need Miedema up front, that's for sure. Shari Kangora says, thanks Jamie, thank you for tuning in, much appreciated. Tadra Scott says, Manchester City women will win the title and the Champions League. Big statement that, Tadra Scott, especially when they've signed Vicky Lozada, who knows what it takes to win the Champions League with Barcelona. Who knows what she can do for them. But folks, do subscribe to the channel if you love your women's football. We do quite a few women's football watch-alongs here on the channel, as well as the Super League. We try and do as much of the Champions League that we can, and obviously other foreign leagues like the German League and the French League and the Spanish League, for example, as well. So if you have any requests, you can email us as well if there's any watch-alongs you want to see. Our email address is letstalksport655@gmail.com. If you can't remember that, it's in our about section on our channel and in the description, I believe, as well. So yeah, be sure to get in touch if you want. Let's check how the table looks then. So, because of Man City's goal difference of winning 4-0 at Goodison Park yesterday, they will look to be top for the opening weekend, along with Man United, who are second, Arsenal third, Aston Villa fourth with 3 points as well, with Tottenham, but it probably won't last long. But Chelsea, with the teams that have not won a game this weekend, and that is them, Leicester City, Birmingham City, Reading and Everton. And of course, the only two teams that haven't finished their games yet have only just started, which is Brighton and West Ham, currently drawing at goalless right now. Goalless right now in that game. That game kicked off half an hour ago, so they're only 31 minutes into that game, but that's Brighton versus West Ham. Some of you are asking who got the goals in the game. So basically it started off with Vivianne Miedema scoring on the 14th minute to open the scoring. Then Chelsea got an equalizer just before half-time from Cuthbert on the 44th minute. But then in the second half, it was Beth Mead who scored a brace to make it 3-1 before Pernille Harder scored on the 64th minute. But that just proved to be a consolation goal as it ended 3-2 for Arsenal. But I think some of the Arsenal fans and staff and manager and players will be quite annoyed, because the third goal for Arsenal, that was Beth Mead's second goal and the final goal of the game, she was offside. Now, there's no VAR in Women's Super League yet, so if they had VAR, I think that it could have been 2-2 instead, but they definitely wouldn't have had that goal counted. It was definitely offside, so I don't mean to rub that into you Chelsea fans, but that's what I saw in the replay, and it looked offside, so hopefully you're not too angry or frustrated about that, but that's football, I guess. Hopefully they will have VAR soon, maybe, but I don't like VAR. I'm not a fan of it, but I'm sure it's here to stay, sadly, in the beautiful game. Anyway, let's end that poll then. We've asked for you to vote for your player of the match. Over 73 of you have voted, so thanks for interacting with us on that and letting us know who our player of the match is. So, the player of the match is, the results are coming in just now, and it is Beth Mead at 51%, which makes sense. She's got 2 goals today. She helped her team out beat their rivals Chelsea, and her teammate Vivianne Miedema got 40% of the votes, but Pernille Harder only got 7% for Chelsea. So congratulations to Beth Mead. She was Let's Talk Sports player of the match today between Arsenal and Chelsea in the Women's Super League. So I'll just put that on the live chat page just to announce it. Anyway, we are probably going to wrap up, folks, but do join us later. If you love your tennis, do join us at around 6:15, so that's 6:15 p.m. UK time this evening. We'll be doing a live watch-along of Dan Evans versus Daniel Medvedev in the US Open. Of course, big game for Dan Evans for British tennis. Hopefully, he'll win just like Emma Raducanu did yesterday by thrashing her opponent, Torma, 6-love, 6-1. Anyway, if you haven't yet, do subscribe to the channel, give us a like, and of course, really, really do appreciate your support, folks, and joining us today for that watch-along. Stay tuned on the channel. We'll let you know in the next few days when our next women's football watch-along will be, but you can find that out as long as you subscribe to the channel. Congratulations to Arsenal. They win the game today. They've proven why they could be the title contenders this year by getting that win over the champions. Miedema, as always, finding the net, but it was Beth Mead who proved the difference today. Miedema setting her up with that second goal, and then Beth Mead getting that third goal to well and truly wrap it up for the day. So Chelsea, they know they've got a lot of work to do. It's them, Man City and Arsenal for this title, you feel. But today it was Arsenal's day. From all of us here at Let's Talk Sport, goodbye, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you for watching.